Hello, my name is Antonio Afula. I'm a senior creative at Alternative. I'll be talking about the benefits of having good design on web-based platforms. Good web design is primarily meant for the user. And so whatever the service that the platform is providing, it is important to know that this platform acts as a touch point between the business and the consumer. And so the challenge to designers and developers is how to effectively satisfy the user needs on their platforms. As a graphic designer and with a background of illustration, there's a rule that we usually have where you need to know the rules before you break them. Having known all these rules then helps the designer to effectively know how to manipulate them to their benefits. This also applies to the web development since they are both means of visual communication. Therefore, it is important for the developer and designer to know what makes up a good design by unifying both front-end and back-end effectively. As a graphic designer, I will mainly focus on the front-end because it's where the users first interact with the business. I will do this by highlighting key points that will hopefully elevate the design process and eventually improve user interactions on your platforms. My first attempt is having a clear agenda. The website needs to be simple, clear, intuitive, and intentional in all its pages. This will help the user to interact with what you're offering and also find a common purpose in your website. For example, is the website supposed to create sales, follow and generate leads? So having this clear intention in your website will help the users easily navigate and find the information they need from you as the business. You can do this by having a simple mode of communication in terms of how you use the color, typography, and images in your website. This will go a long way in guiding the user to the most important sections in your website. Eye tracking studies have shown that people scan computer screens in an F pattern, meaning that an item placed on the right side of the screen can easily be missed, leading to my second point, which is navigation. If the website navigation is confusing, visitors will often give up and go to somewhere else, leading to my third point, which is loading times. If the website is not optimized correctly, the loading times will be more and will be frustrating to the user. Then it raises a question of how then do you solve this problem of optimization. You can do this by optimizing your images to be small enough so that it can load quickly on every device that's trying to access the website, then helping the user to have more time to read through the information instead of waiting for it to load. In order to create a strong visual experience, developers and designers are encouraged to have more visually engaging content on their website. For example, videos or big hero images that communicate the big idea to the users who access their website. Therefore, it is important to consider building your website with a responsive layout where the website can adjust in different screens and reducing the loading times if the user tries to access them in multiple devices. Once the user is landed to your platform, then the developer and the designer need to find a way of how to accurately and for a long time engage the user on their website. And this can be done by having interactive images, custom designs to facilitate the message and make it easier for the user to understand the content that they're trying to present to the users. You can do this by having interactive images and 3D designs that the user can scroll and read through, go through and give them a virtual tour. I'll now call my friend to continue on how 3D can be easily and effectively integrated into web design.
My name is Daniel Obare, a graphic designer and a 3D artist at Alternative Agency. I'll start by what 3D modeling and design is and how it's playing its part in developing web content and how developers can use it. What is 3D modeling or designing? 3D design is a process of using software to create mathematical representation of a third-dimensional object or shape. These 3D models are used for a variety of mediums, including video games, movies, architectural, illustrations, engineering, and commercial advertising. Why do they matter and what do they bring to the table? From a consumer part perspective, things like hologram, which is developed by a holographic program in an interactive computer program, making use of holograms and holoprojections to create three-dimensional simulations. In digital part, there's the interactive design. Interactive 3D is the ability to interact with the digital world the same way you do with the real world. Interactive 3D experiences can take many forms, from dynamic web-based experiences to fully immersive VR or AR experiences, all which fall under the term XR. On the expertise side, in order to develop the tools, 3D models modification instructions are translated into programming codes and languages. On the use cases, here is how your 3D design can supercharge your business. Product visualization. Here, items such as bottles, electronics, and cars are brought to life using 3D softwares where developers can use them in engaging people in websites and other forms of media. On planning, we have the architectural visualization and real estate, where these models can be converted into real-time graphics and be used in VR or AR, whereby virtual tours can be taken by whoever wants to buy these real estate houses and give them an idea of how the project is. In the entertainment part, video games, which are most widely used in today's world, the 3D models are generally created, rigged, and animated by artists. They are then exported in a way in which developers can use them to build these games and bring them to life. And in the last part is where we have the field of dreams mentality, where we need to create more of this content, where developers can use them to come up with more content which can be engaging in websites.
In conclusion, I would like to say that in everything that is the website and online platforms, whatever you are creating, you need to realize that you need to create an emotional engagement with the user. By using all these tools and techniques that we have outlined, you will eventually create a lasting impression to the user, making the user a lasting and returning customer to your platform. Thank you.